Ja, willkommen am Sonntag. Es ist wieder soweit. Wir zocken endlich mal wieder ein paar Games, die ihr vielleicht einfach mal gar nicht kennt. Und so ist es heute auch. Ich glaube, das Spiel, das kennt ihr gar nicht. Die Rede ist von Chicken Police. Ein interessanter Name. Und wie es oder worum es tatsächlich in diesem Spiel geht, das wollen wir uns jetzt mit euch einfach mal gemeinsam zusammen anschauen. Ich schaue mal hier mal ganz kurz die Einstellung an, ob man das so nehmen kann, wie es ist. Inventar, N und N, das klingt gut. Und damit starten wir in das Game rein. Tote Männer sind schwerer als geborene Herzen. Raymond Chandler.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days.
Entschuldigung, aber ich habe da gerade einen Sound gehört, den wir zum einen nicht hören wollen und nicht mögen. Ich mache den ganz kurz aus und dann geht's weiter.
And it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, die Charaktere sind schon wirklich komisch.
My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Okay. Hallo.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Hallo, Deborah.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've gotta have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Okay, also wir haben hier tatsächlich oben schon einzelne... Unser Notizbuch weiß tatsächlich auch schon einige Sachen. Ne? Wir kennen auf jeden Fall Deborah. Sie übernimmt kleine Aufträge für ihre Arbeitgeberin, eine Dame von Welt, aber glaube nicht, dass sie tatsächlich aus einer besonderen reichen oder einflussreichen Familie stammt. Sie hat auch einen Kodex, Thema der Chicken Police, der City of Clawville und the Wild Ones. Aber wir müssen ja mit Deborah, glaube ich, noch ein bisschen ansprechen, glaube ich.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Okay, also wir müssen sie jetzt erstmal hier nach Routinegespräche fragen. Konzentriere dich auf das, was du über ihre Verdächtigen weißt. Benimmt sie sich jemand verdächtig, dann sollte man da den Fokus legen. Thema John Doe. Der Kerl ist echt verdächtig, darauf müsste man sich konzentrieren. Fokus, er ist mich verdächtigt. Genau. Okay. Er ist verdächtig, ich bin verdächtig. Warum bist du verdächtig? Sammle Eindrücke der Verdächtigen. Jeder Eindruck gibt ja tatsächlich Vernehmungsmöglichkeiten. Also Eindrücke sammeln, fragen und dann gibt es viele Möglichkeiten. Das Negativmeter ist unser bester Freund. Es zeigt uns an, wie gut die Vernehmung läuft. Versuche es im positiven Bereich zu halten. Das sehen wir hier unten, bla bla bla. Das gefällt mir. Gibt natürlich auch Pluspunkte.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
So, genau, wer genau sind Sie, wenn man fragen darf?
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Okay. In welchem Teil der Stadt wohnen Sie eigentlich? Campbell's House oder vielleicht in Flowersville?
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
Whoopsie.
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Okay. Also, Deborah ist schüchtern, zweifelnd und verängstigt. Das Mädchen scheint schüchtern zu sein, was tatsächlich ein Vorteil sein könnte. Wenn ich vorsichtig bin und sie nicht verschrecke, fangen wir sanft an. Und wenn es zur richtigen Zeitpunkt gekommen ist, gehen wir aufs Ganze.
Were you born and raised in Clawville?
Why do you ask?
I couldn't think of anything better.
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm from Grassmore. Maybe you could hear I have a slight accent. Do you know where it is?
Where what is?
Grassmore, of course. You just asked.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it. I'm not interested.
Huh. Do you like to play with other animals?
Oh, for the wild ones. Am I that transparent?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm a little rusty, it seems. Let's change the subject, shall we?
Upsi. Warum ist die Arbeitgeberin nicht persönlich hier vorgekommen?
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Genau, also, woher haben Sie die Adresse?
How did you get this address?
You know, my mistress has exceptional connections.
If they were so exceptional, she wouldn't have chosen me.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Detective. You are the head of the famous chicken police. Am I right?
Was it a raccoon with a scarred face called Zip who recommended me? He hates me.
No, Mr. Featherland. I don't know anyone like that.
Lucky for you, Deborah.
Was genau haben Sie denn erwartet, als Sie hergekommen sind, um mich zu treffen?
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Well, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable.
Well, I am reliable.
And discreet.
That's right.
And thorough.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
Oh.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Okay, so. Denken Sie, Sie sind für diese Art von Arbeit geeignet? Tun wir einfach so, als hätten Sie mich nie angetroffen? Okay, nee, ich glaube, das wäre ganz blöd. Das ist einfach so riskant für mich. Ich kann den Fall nicht annehmen. Stecken Sie irgendwie in der Klemme? Ja.
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Okay, haben Sie sich sich jemals wirklich verwundbar gefühlt oder finden Sie die Sache nicht ein bisschen verdächtig? Ich nur als Erste.
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Honestly, very often, Mr. Featherland.
Great, because that's exactly how I feel right now, Deborah.
I'm sorry if it's too unpleasant for you, but we had no one else to turn to.
You know, I get that a lot, and it never ends well.
Do you like happy endings?
Not in books or movies, but in real life it would be nice for a change. But this is Clawville. Not many happy endings around here.
I knew you were romantic at heart.
If what's between me and my whiskey could be called romance, then yes, maybe, a little.
Okay, das war eine schlechte Frage. Sagen Sie mir, Deborah, warum sollte ich Ihnen überhaupt glauben? Wenn Sie mir nicht die Wahrheit sagen, wozu soll ich das alles dann gut sein?
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr. Featherland,
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
Upsi, upsi, upsi.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer.
Okay.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Okay. Cop ist aus der Übung. Ja, das kann ich mir ganz gut vorstellen. Wichtiger Hinweis, derzeit Gefährte von Natascha, der Auftraggeberin, ist ein berüchtigter Gangster von Ibn Wesley. Okay. So, damit haben wir jetzt entsprechend viel gefunden. Also das Opfer, eine Dame, ist Ziel seltsamer Drohbotschaften. Sie sind alle niedergeschrieben. Die Auftraggeberin der geheimnisvollen Botin Deborah ist eine gewisse Natascha. Und die derzeitige Gefährtin von Natascha, der Auftraggeberin, ist ein gebürtiger Gangster namens Ibn Wesley. Okay. Wir wissen von ihr, wie sie heißt. Sie ist eine Katze, in dem Sinne auch weiblich, anfällig, grüne Augen. Sie ist eindeutig in Schwierigkeiten, genau wie wir. Und sie ist die Auftraggeberin und ernsthaft bedroht und derzeit die Freundin des berüchtigten Gangs. Das wissen wir. Sie verheimlicht etwas, wissen wir auch. Und Gewässerkodex ist ein Name von einer Savanne geprägten Gebiets, das jahrhundertelang als Kolonie zur Clawville gehörte und so weiter und so fort. Okay.
I don't even know what these papers are.
Okay.
I promised myself I'd write a novel one day.
Okay.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Okay.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case.
Okay. Crazy. Telefon. Wen wollen wir denn anrufen? Achso, okay.
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays. At least in this price range.
Okay. Wir können Deborah nochmal...
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Okay, was... Ach nee, das ist mein Inventar. Ach so, hier.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But...
All right. When can I visit?
Visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Okay. Wow. Also, wir haben viele, viele neue Informationen. Also, wir werden Natascha im Kasar-Club aufsuchen. Natascha muss meine Frau Molly von irgendwo erkennen oder vielleicht hat sie einfach Informationen vom Manten und muss einfach herausfinden, wo die Verbindung zwischen den beiden liegt. Entsprechend auch der Club ist der berühmteste Nachtclub der ganzen Stadt. Dazu gibt es dann noch Lewis. Er ist eine alte Frau von mir. Er stottert häufig. Lewis ist nämlich der Inhaber des renommierten Hotel Atlas. Lewis Nummer 555932. Genau. Even Wesley. Okay. 555932. Ich glaube, das könnte mal ein Anruf sein, ne? Ich weiß gar nicht, was ich denn fragen will.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Okay, vielen Dank.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here, not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it, and now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place. Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Okay, das klingt doch ganz gut.
Books I'm never going to read.
Schön.
Maybe nobody ever has.
Okay, haben wir sonst noch was wir uns angucken können?
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
Okay. Ein paar Bilder.
The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight. This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter. M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants. The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes. I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here, whether I like it or not.
Okay.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
Ach so, okay, das ist gar nicht der Ausgang. Ach so. Okay, dann würde ich einen Ort aufsuchen. Beschränkte Szenen und geschlossene Szenen. Okay. Polizei. Von Clawville. Ich glaube, da wollen wir hin.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Schöne Geschichte, muss ich wirklich
I
sagen. Ne?
knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching at over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're in luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Okay. Komische Leute, ne?
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages.
Okay, also wir lassen uns gerade hier mal ein bisschen die Personen anschauen. Natascha, sie ist die Eigentümerin des Clubs. Ich glaube, das wissen wir schon. Das ist hier Carter Fields. Wir können ihn nicht ausstehen. Ein echter kleiner Schisser. Einer zu kleinen Fisch. Das lohnt sich zu bestechen. Ah, okay. Kann ihn fast genauso wenig ausstehen wie sein Partner Fields. Groß und dämlich, ähnlich wie Partner Mary. Ein wenig mit dem Unterschied, dass Roy ein Herz hat. Das klingt doch schön. Ja, dann würde ich mal...
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back, immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the Chief.
Okay. Gehen wir durch die Tür, würde ich sagen.
Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Das ist doch schön. Sprechen wir mal mit Monika.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those 2 prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
Okay, danke schön.
Marty drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross and probably toxic. Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
It's Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jesse is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. Do you understand that? Don't.
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this Detective Buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon.
Ja, okay, dann sollten wir vielleicht mal hier mit Bozo sprechen, ne?
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy, as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So, Mort was being a bad boy again. Nothing unusual. And you? Still dying?
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. I wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kinda lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
Okay. Mensch, was wir alles hier für Leute haben.
Honor, strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick.
Okay.
We used one of these as...
Da ist der Schießstand, Bürobereich.
One of Blood Boil's favorites. Mainly because he's a dog, of course. Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here.
Okay, wir müssen aber in Richtung Schießstand.
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
So, lass uns erstmal hier ganz kurz gucken.
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I know her well. Marty calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years.
Okay.
Claudia. Tiny, dark, and angry, and hits you where it hurts the most. I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained. Her Majesty Big Bertha. Or rather, Big Bertha 2, because there was one before her. A sawed-off little broad, but we lost her in a swamp. Marty cried for a week. But once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored.
Okay.
Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Are you lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Ooh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
That's it?
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell me, what's it about?
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay? Bertha stays.
Okay. But at least Susie can come, right?
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
Okay, er nimmt Susi mit. Okay. Gut. Okay. Maus Pelato. Maus ist tatsächlich ein Tipilater Sandfuchs und Pelato ein Palastkatze. Die beiden sind alte Rivalen von Sunny und Marty und arbeiten momentan in der Clawvilla Mordkommission. Viele bekannte Gesichter. Wir können uns die mal ganz kurz einmal alle anklicken, sodass wir schon mal so ein bisschen was von denen wissen. Wir können uns das gerne aber immer noch mal durchlesen, wenn wir dann mehr über die wissen wollen, denn ich finde es immer nicht schön, wenn da irgendwas angezeigt wird. Über die Person, die wir vielleicht einmal gesehen haben.
Still drink coffee?
Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women.
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hot dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight too, huh?
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Oh yeah, like last time?
Those were, different times, Marty. With a different Sonny.
Well, all right. To the city, then.
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little, and it smells, too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him.
Oh, yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right?
What?
Just kidding. Sort of.
Okay,
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
Chief Bloodboil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, careful with the racist barking, old hound.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight!
Have a lovely evening, boss.
You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino.
ich glaube, da stand was anderes als das, was da gewünscht worden war, oder? Okay.
We can't avoid speaking with the chief first. And it would be nice to say goodbye to Monica, too.
Monika muss ich auch noch Tschüss sagen, okay.
I see you're swamped, buddy.
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul the air anymore. I hate his kind anyway.
Well, because he's a reptile.
No, because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
No, yeah, that's true.
And you letting off some steam?
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops, after all, ain't we? And this is still Clawville.
That's true, pal. Protect and serve.
Yeesh, get a room, you two.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
Neue Funktion befragen. Was könnte ich ihn denn fragen? Lass uns mal kurz hier ja, Chefe ist nicht ganz koscher mit uns, das ist mir klar. Boso, was war mit ihm? Genau wie ich, besser gesagt, genau wie ich früher. Okay. Über...
What have you heard about the hop dog? Is it still standing?
Yeah, it is. But I don't frequent that neighborhood. You shouldn't either. Things have escalated there recently.
Okay. Hobart Eden.
What do you know about Ibn Wessler? What's the old rat been up to lately?
They say he's keeping a pretty low profile these days. But he's been seen in the company of the Attorney General.
Attorney General Hamtaro, eh? That's interesting. Thanks.
Why are you so interested in that rat? If you want another hole in your comb, I could help you too, you know.
It's just professional curiosity.
Yeah, of course. And I'm a fluffy little Labrador.
Whoa, you forgot to mention this nugget about the case, Sonny. Ibn Clucking Wessler? What the hell did you get into?
Far as I remember, you didn't let me tell you in the first place. Well, you're in now. No.
You're a piece of shit, Sonny, you hear me? What's this all about?
Easy, chicken. I'll tell you everything soon enough. Let's just get the hell out of here first.
If I already told you it's a pleasure working with you again?
No, but that's always good to hear, partner.
Cluck off.
Nein. Oh.
We're leaving, sweetheart.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
Okay.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Ich hoffe.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Lasst uns zur Karte und entsprechend zum... Eigentlich zum Hotdog, ne? Da wollten wir so oder so vorher hin.
The hop dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup. Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself again?
Okay. Achtung.
Of all that's furry.
Is this still a thing?
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the Cobbler District are forced to make a living?
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny. I don't think I want to know.
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids when they're still larvae.
Wait, what?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as gourmet food in the most expensive restaurants.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty. Clawville didn't do this to itself. Don't ever forget that.
Okay. Ich frage mich, ob wir jetzt entsprechend hier...
Could this wreck belong to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him, so I guess it could. Hey, pal. Can you hear me?
Wohl nicht. Wir gehen mal rein.
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yep, the guy's middle name is Bad Luck.
That's for sure.
Erfolg freigeschaltet. Gekritzel.
What insight? Well, that's a good question, pal.
Erste Colors. Ja, stimmt. Wo ist eigentlich die Farbe? Das ist ja größtenteils schwarz-weiß hier.
The
Stimmt.
highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
You're right.
As always.
Die Speisekarte.
You still don't eat meat, old man?
I'm a rooster, a chicken. Why the hell would I eat meat?
I don't mean real meat. I'm not a lunatic. But a meat substitute? There's about 10 different kinds. Have you never tried any of them?
Why would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you fall for those adverts?
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's tasty, why wouldn't I eat it?
I don't care what you eat, but don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own leg one day.
die Musik einfach mal stumpf lassen. Weil sie gut ist. Also, macht ja keinen Sinn, sie zu ändern, wenn sie schlecht ist, wenn sie gut ist,
Hello,
ne?
boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
It's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, eh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years anyway.
And?
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out, brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
Yeah, weird. Do you think it's about a lady?
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman,
I knew it.
but not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor, like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in.
Also, wir können ihn befragen. Das ist doch viel, viel schöner. Erstmal überhaupt.
I've gotta say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his gorilla.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Whatever.
Sonny, what's your beak?
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
Ha!
Wie sieht es denn mit,
So, Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Huh? Why?
Thema Osar Club.
Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
Über Natascha.
So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman isn't, huh?
No, Zip. I mean really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
Und über Zip?
You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind...
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
Okay. Vielen Dank. Also, wir wissen tatsächlich ein bisschen was über der Shoestrict, als auch Insektennest genannt, über den Fleischersatz und so weiter und so fort. Und wir müssen mehr über Eben. In der letzten Zeit hat sich recht merkwürdig verhalten, als ob er versuchen wollte, sich aus illegalen Machenschaften zurückzuziehen und ein einfaches Leben schlichter Freunde zu führen. Das ist sicher kein Problem, aber es geht vollständig gegen seinen Charakter. Irgendwie auch ein bisschen verständlich. Und wir wissen ein bisschen was über Zip. Dass er einmal ein kleiner Ganove war. Er wird natürlich auch alt. Und Zip hat eben vor ein paar Jahren noch Informationen geliefert. Damals war er schon Informant für die Polizei. Also hat er möglicherweise jede Seite von anderen ausspioniert. Der schlüpfrig kleine Spießkerl. Okay, gut. Ja. Dann würde ich mal mich auf die Reise begeben zu dem Shazar Club.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
Willkommen am Shazar Club.
Ah, so this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first, we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville?
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
As you say, Boss Bird.
Okay, also lass uns doch hier mal so ein bisschen umschauen.
One day, neon signs will cover the whole world, I'm telling you.
You read that in some kind of science fiction book?
No, it's just what I think.
Oh, so you have your own thoughts now. The world's really moving forward.
Cluck off, Sonny. You know, seeing this, I can't wait for the show.
The girls?
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay? My relationship with Laura is unwavering, like the rhino beauty on this picture.
Interesting taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
Thank the wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
Lass uns mal mit Lewis sprechen.
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it.
You're reading my mind, boss.
Oh, bitte nicht.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner, but I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary Chicken Police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see. Well, that's a shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
Okay then. Catch you later, pal.
Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
That was kinda deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, Master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing.
Let's not bother.
Okay, Bob.
Okay, dann lass uns wohl mal mit dem Türsteher sprechen.
Howdy, pal.
Howdy.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before.
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah,
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Wir können ihn aber befragen. Das ist schon mal, nach Lewis.
Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
Okay. Natasha?
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it? Well, that's, unbelievable.
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
Okay, Polizei?
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like, coppers. Forgive the slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I'm strictly forbidden to.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, not the books again.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you, gentlemen.
What did you just say?
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And forgive me for my austere composition.
No problem, Shakespeare.
Okay, also da kommen wir nicht rein. Ich glaube, da müssen wir uns irgendwie was anderes ausdenken, habe ich so das Gefühl.
Huh, I like this.
Why is that?
I don't know. 'Cause it's moving, I guess.
You're a simple bird, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, das ist wirklich komisch.
Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high-quality newspaper?
You mean when they wrote something about us daily?
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
But still, here we are working together again. Funny, huh?
Yeah, hilarious.
Okay, ich frage mich ja...
Whoa, look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Iveria.
Of all that's furry, whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
Okay, also wir kommen hier nicht weiter, glaube ich.
Look, Lewis, that bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he won't let you.
Yeah, something like that.
No, no problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
What? Did I say something wrong?
So, befragen? Nee, nochmal ansprechen.
Sir, how'd you do?
Everything's fine, Mr. Aworth.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
Naturellement, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
Also, wenn das so ist, dann können wir ja jetzt
The
rein, ne?
jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Ugh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
Okay. Also hier ist der Fuchs.
A fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Ein Handlanger. Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott. Das ist ja gar nicht schön. Eine Bedienung.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember? So, where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as ever.
You just need to get used to it again.
What
Also ich würde jetzt hier erstmal mit dem Barmann sprechen.
2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always bragging about hiding your shotgun in your coat so well, no one can see it.
Sure. Maybe I have it with me now. What?
Well, do you see that bottle, Marty? That's a 28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
Of all the furry gods, you're right.
And they've just left it on the bar. Someone ordered it, got so drunk he forgot all about it. So
we're confiscating it as evidence.
Yeah, well, more like stealing it. But if it's easier for you.
You're twisted, pal. But to be honest, I've no objections. Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, you know? All kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good, and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty.
Okay, lass uns doch mal den Barmann befragen.
Tell me, hey Breath, have you seen Natasha tonight?
Not yet, sir. But she's coming on soon.
Okay.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
What about, let's see, $5 maybe?
But, sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks yet.
Oops.
Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job, and we'll do ours, okay?
I mean, we're not here for work, of course. We're just here to relax.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just a little fun. Of course, gentlemen.
Okay. Wer ist das hier vorne eigentlich?
Hey, there's Philmar.
Who? Oh, yes, Philmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
Ja, dann sprechen wir doch mal mit ihm, oder?
Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Philmar Lowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Oh, boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
Okay, ich habe einen Hinweis bekommen. Nämlich der Hinweis, ein guter alter Filmar muss etwas über Natascha und den Fall wissen, aber er will mir nicht mit mir reden, ehe nicht er mit Natascha gesprochen, ehe wir nicht tatsächlich mit Natascha gesprochen haben. Er wirkte ein wenig nervös, bestimmt geht es tatsächlich um etwas Wichtiges. Okay.
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
So says the little butt jam.
But what? That's not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. But,
you know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
Okay, ich bin noch ein bisschen... Was haben wir denn hier? Achso, wir haben hier noch
come to daddy, darling.
diesen guten alten...
Calling booze darling, it's kind of weird, don't you think?
Ja, ein bisschen, ne?
Says someone who calls his gun collection his harem.
Touche. I'll shut it.
Good birdie.
Gut, vielen Dank. So, ist hier irgendjemand, mit dem wir sprechen können? Aber Ibns ist da.
Isn't that?
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Copper's in person.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course. Chicken police. Your partner is, he is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter, but to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
Okay, dann gehen wir in die Befragung, nämlich erstmal zum Schatakler.
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
Okay. Wobei...
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective, but the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you. Look, detective, if you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Has your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive her, detective. Olivia's a real firecracker.
Ja, bei einer Krähe auch ganz logisch. Okay, dann gehen wir mal in die Vernehmung.
Wessler is a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Was haben Sie denn gedacht, als Sie von der Erpressung hörten?
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay. Sie machen einen sehr beschäftigten Eindruck. Darf ich fragen, was Sie geschäftlich machen?
You seem a very busy man. May I ask what you do?
It's, uninteresting.
Would you elaborate?
I got a small share in the meat substitute business. If the new product works, maybe we can make your job easier.
Ah, guck mal.
You mean reduce predation in Clawville?
There are such plans. If you're interested, talk to Olivia, my assistant. She's an expert in what she does, unlike me.
Thank you. That's it for now.
Okay. Der Laden gehört uns nicht mehr. Wie steht's mit Ihrem Albus, Mr. Weasley?
How are your alibis, Mr. Wessler?
Am I a suspect? Oops. That was fast. But thank you for asking. They're solid. Just ask Olivia. She can enlighten you in this matter too, if you're curious.
No need. And no, you're not a suspect. Yet. No more than everyone else in Clawville.
That's, reassuring.
Wessler is tougher than I thought. And he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
Ja. Verbringen Sie viel Zeit hier. Finden Sie die Botschaft nicht gefährlich. Stehen Sie und Natascha sich nahe?
Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies or insane fans, psychopath pianists, perhaps.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
Okay, glauben Sie, dass das tatsächlich eine Ihrer Fans verantwortlich ist? Das ist eigentlich ganz gut. Ist zwischen Natascha und Ihnen alles in Ordnung? Ich glaube Ihnen das Zweite.
Do you think one of her fans is the culprit? Someone who can't take rejection, maybe?
Why not? It's quite common.
It's a typical motive, indeed. Any ideas who it could be?
Yeah. Attorney General Hantaro is obsessed with Natasha. But he's, more like the kiss on the hand, flowers bowing type. Throwing bricks through the window is not his style. I can't think of anybody else. Or rather, I can think of everybody else. About half the city, actually.
I get it.
Okay. Gab es denn früher schon einmal ein vergleichbare Drohungen? Nein. Wären Sie bereit, aufs Revier eine Aussage zu machen? Der Gangsterboss und das Kätzchen, was?
Have there been similar threats in the past?
Right to the point, yeah? I get it. But sadly, this is a dead end, my friend. No threats like these, whether you believe it or not.
Well, it really seems like a dead end, so I'll just back up and try from a different angle.
You do that.
Das gab 10 Minus. Ja, wären Sie dann bereit, wirklich aufs Revier eine Aussage zu machen?
Would you be willing to testify at the station?
You're joking, right?
Maybe I can get you an invitation. Believe me, you'd love it. The coffee's good, but the chairs are kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, you have a peculiar sense of humor. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Okay. Ist sie ganz allein, wenn sie am Wochenende dort ist? Dann fühlt Natascha also massiv bedroht, geht aber trotzdem alleine aus.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
Okay. Also, wir sind ein echter Ermittler bei diesen Fragen, was ich ganz gut verstehen kann.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey,
We should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Sonny. Sonny.
Say, Chloe's still lying in my bed, and it's dead.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear, as always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Eben will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey.
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop, and a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance. I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
Oh.
Gee, that is a unique picture and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
Auf jeden Fall ist es ein schönes Bild. Das muss man wirklich sagen. Ah, the seventh rule of paradation. Okay. Dann sprechen wir mal sie, ne? Hier.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Neue Informationen und die Vernehmung ist freigegeben.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
Also, das war eine bemerkenswerte Vorstellung.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yeah.
Hier ist es wirklich sehr elegant. Ihr Zimmer eingeschlossen.
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh.
Suspiciously nice things, just like you.
Do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Glauben Sie, dass einer Ihrer Bewunderer hinter den Drohungen steckt?
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah, I see.
Okay. Warum haben Sie Deborah geschickt? Sie ist ein nettes Mädchen, aber warum sind Sie nicht selbst gekommen? Dieser ganze Fall stinkt zum Himmel. Was wollen Sie eigentlich von mir? Haben Sie vielleicht Beweisstücke?
Do you have any material evidence concerning the threats?
You may think I'm irresponsible, but I didn't keep any of it. I simply couldn't bear to look at them.
Didn't you think maybe the police would need it?
I didn't think I needed the police. Moreover, do you think the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler could ever turn to the cops?
I see. So, what about me? How do I come into the picture?
It sounds ridiculous, but you're my last hope.
That does sound ridiculous, but I accept my ego and old habits.
You can't do anything else, can you?
Something like that. A leopard can't change its spots. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know.
Was genau stand in der Drohung?
What was in those threats?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
you really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Okay. Hat wirklich den Täter niemand gesehen. Konnte die Drohung etwas mit der gefährlichsten Beziehung zwischen ihnen zu tun haben?
No one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Ibn has men everywhere, literally, my shadows, ghosts in every alley. But no one saw anything.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe?
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
What poetry. Did you ever think about writing a book?
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the chicken police Pulp Fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Well, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
Ein dunkler Schatten aus der Vergangenheit, ein Ex-Liebhaber, ein Ehemann vielleicht. Es ist also kein Fan und auch niemand aus ihrem Umfeld. Wen haben Sie denn in Verdacht?
So it's not a fan and not an inside job. What do you suspect?
Aren't you supposed to know that?
Usually, yes. But I've got nothing to go on. And you don't have a hunch.
Maybe I do. But first, I want to know if you'll even accept my case.
I'm here, aren't I?
That's true, but I must know if I can trust you.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating.
I wish it was that simple.
Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
Okay, lassen Sie uns zur Sache kommen. Woher kennen Sie Molly?
Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deb.
Luck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
Also, Sie haben von mich Anfang an das Licht geholt. Also, was genau wollen Sie von mir?
What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them, whoever they are, and...
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like that.
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes, I wouldn't take the case.
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha. Don't be ashamed.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue.
Das war eine gute Verhandlung, würde ich sagen. Also wir sind ein brauchbarer Cop. Das ist doch schon mal ganz, ganz gut.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Okay, dann gehen wir raus.
Well?
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Okay, wir wollten noch mit Filmar sprechen.
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Okay.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here. Okay, I didn't say anything.
Okay. Wir können Filmar befreien. Lass uns aber ganz kurz mal den Gegenstand angucken. Wir haben hier nämlich den Schlüssel. Und
We stepped into it, didn't we?
eine Liste mit Nummern und Co.
Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Okay, also wir können jetzt mal hier kurz mal befragen.
The truth is, Ibn's a dirty bastard, but he's likable. It must be his charisma that snared Natasha.
Maybe there's more to it than simple wild love.
Who knows? Animals commit the dirtiest of deeds for wild love.
You've got a point. We stepped into it, didn't we?
That's an understatement. All of these names?
Belong to the upper crust. Yeah, I noticed.
It's only some sex cult, if you're lucky.
Don't even go there, Marty.
Yeah, all right.
Wonderful girl. Either I'm gonna kill her or I'm beginning to like her.
That's funny. I swear I've heard that before.
To be honest, me too.
So, Natasha invited us to her weekend house.
That's either very good news or very bad news.
50%. That's not that bad, is it?
That's an admirable attitude.
Attitude, yeah, he's got that. Most of the time, I think that's all he's got.
Hey.
Who is this woman anyway? She's like Ibn's shadow. Nobody knows anything about her.
I don't know if she has anything to do with the case, but it's worth keeping an eye on her anyway.
More women, more trouble.
You already fantasizing?
Even the sight of young women make me tired. Anyway, most people say she's the rat's lover too. But next to Natasha, I doubt he'd want her. Anyway, the pussycat would have already torn her to shreds.
Could be.
Okay, also er weiß jetzt, glaube ich, nicht mehr viel. Deswegen würde ich einfach mal mit Olivia noch ein bisschen quatschen.
Oh, it's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but...
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
You don't beat around the bush, ma'am.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else?
Wir können sie befragen. Ich glaube, das machen wir auch einfach mal.
Do you come here often, Olivia?
No, not really.
Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think. On the contrary, he's become very different recently.
I heard. Don't you find that weird? A sudden change of heart?
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change.
Well, thank you for your honesty, ma'am. What's your relationship with Miss Natasha Gutsenko?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you? You know, the pretty secretary.
Well, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a weekend house in Flowerville.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about it?
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious. Just like Natasha herself.
Okay, kann ich hier mit dem Handlanger noch sprechen? Ja.
Excuse me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want? Chickens.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy.
Der ist ja gar nicht gut drauf. Also das ist ja ganz schlimm. Ja gut, okay. Dann würden wir mal den neuen Ort uns anschauen, nämlich das Wochenendhaus.
Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during 20 years of detective work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup. One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again, about to step alone into something hauntingly familiar. Only one tactic remained, as the old dogs say. Balls to the wall.
This place gives me the creeps.
I wouldn't say I like it either.
Let's take a look around before we go inside.
Textbook.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Shut up, Marty.
Auf jeden Fall sehen wir hier schon das Wort.
So, this is the word. What can I say? The message is loud and clear.
Yeah, what matters is who is it for and what does it mean?
I can't misunderstand that if I wanted to.
We'll see.
Wait a second, did that bimbo put a spell on you? As you used to say, don't let it cloud your objective judgment, Boss Bird.
Watch who you're talking to, boy.
Okay, wir schauen uns hier mal ein bisschen um. Auf jeden Fall ist hier ein Schuh.
Damn.
It's not a good sign.
Maybe she just lost it when she hurried into the house.
Yeah, right.
Do you think it belongs to Natasha?
No idea. Do you think I measured her feet when I was in her room?
Not sure I want to know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, schauen wir mal weiter. Die Eingangstür.
Marty, before we enter, did you bring Big Bertha?
Of course. She's in the trunk.
It's time to get Her Majesty out.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh.
Let's go.
Hello, my beauty.
Just don't point it at me.
Aw, scared? Take it easy. I swore I'm not gonna shoot you again.
Very gallant of you, partner.
What, are you still pissed at me? I'm happy to remind you why you got shot the first time.
I get it. Just shut the fuck up already.
Okay. Dann gehen wir jetzt ins Haus.
Nothing.
What was that?
Forget it. Just an old quote from a movie. It means it's fucking dark in here.
Flashlight.
I didn't bring one.
Me neither. What a pair of fucking professionals.
Yep.
But you do have a shotgun with you.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
Is that from an old movie?
No, it's an original.
Figures. She was lying on the floor as if she was sleeping. She looked peaceful, almost. The large pool of blood ruined the picture. Poor, delicate Deborah. Maybe you were too pure and innocent for this city, but in the end, its filth pulled you under.
Wild gods. Fuck, even.
Yeah, it's her, Deborah. The girl who came to my office.
I figured, but what the hell happened? Was it Natasha? Is this what you wanted us to see?
No. I mean, I don't think so, Marty. She seemed very attached to the girl, and I believed her. Furthermore, she has no motive to kill her. Natasha meant some object. Something maybe the killer wanted, too. And the poor girl was trying to protect it.
Did she seem that kind of girl?
She risked a lot simply by coming to see me. She would have done it for her mistress.
Why is she naked? Was it sexual? I mean, there's no sign of struggle. She seems untouched. Maybe she knew her assailant. Was it a lover?
This looks premeditated. So far, the messages have appeared in weird places, but this is a new level. It's no longer just about empty threats.
Well, maybe Natasha's on her way here right now. Or she was already here and something happened to her, too.
Those are possibilities, but we can't wait. We don't have time for guessing. Search the house. Search everything. The room's not trashed. Whoever did this wasn't looking for the same thing we are.
Or they knew exactly where to find it. Wait, what are we looking for exactly?
I have no idea, but it's something important. Things like that have a way of getting noticed when you come across them.
Amen to that.
Okay, also wir schauen uns jetzt hier erstmal alles so ein bisschen an. Ein Gemälde.
It's an exceptionally beautiful piece. What does it depict, I wonder?
I have no idea, Sonny. It's so art, I'm scared to have an opinion.
Okay. Leerer Kamin.
Does this fireplace seem as suspicious to you as it seems to me, Marty?
It looks like it's never been used.
And the place has radiators in every room, meaning there's central heating.
Then why the fireplace? For decoration?
Ob das ein Geheimgang sein könnte?
The message. Here, too.
Yes, but this isn't about Deborah, and wasn't meant for her.
It was meant for Natasha.
Obviously.
What have we gotten ourselves into, Sonny?
I don't know, Marty, but let's get ourselves out of it as soon as possible.
Okay, was haben wir hier noch? Hier nichts. Ach, hier ist ein Familienfoto.
This must be Natasha's family.
Wealthy.
Do you think she's from the Stavonian Tsar's family?
Oh, nobody could have survived that massacre. But I'm sure this family was also close to the fire.
What is she doing here anyway? What, an alias? Keeping secrets, and now this case? Do you think it's all connected somehow?
Let's not draw hasty conclusions, Marty.
This What is this exactly?
A human. Mythical creature. Quite the cult in Iveria. The whole country's full of these statues.
Does it mean anything?
They say humans are the keepers of secrets and the messengers of chaos and destruction.
You don't think...
Let's take a closer look.
Damn, just like in the adventure books. Rich animals are all insane.
You have a point.
You can't be serious. Is this some kind...
Yeah, it's a riddle, Marty.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why use something as simple as this when a 4-digit number is almost impossible?
An idle whim, or the riddle has a meaning?
Maybe. 4 animals into 4 places. What does it represent?
Think, Marty. Where did we see 4 animals holding something in their hands?
Storch und... Oh Gott. Oh Gott. Das ist eine gute Frage. Ein gutes Rätsel.
We should call the department. Anonymously, of course.
Do you still remember the number? I haven't called my own workplace in years.
Cretin. Of course I remember. 555-111.
Is it? Since when?
Since they invented the telephone.
Yeah, of course. No, I knew that. I was just testing you.
Yeah, right.
Corvo PD, how can I help you?
I found a corpse. A woman. She's dead. Cold. The address is Rochester Street, 37, Flowerville.
Sir, please, would you repeat that?
Rochester Street, 37. Write it down and hurry up for the sake of the wild ones. Hurry! Hurry!
Like a pro.
Yep, like I've done it before.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot.
How can you forget a case like that? How many times have you seen a 3-headed monkey in your life?
I have a memory of a chicken, you know?
That's for sure. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, lass uns mal was probieren. Einfach mal, Schaf und Fuchs. Könnte das sein? Nö. Achso. Man muss auch richtig machen, ne? Ah, guck mal.
Hello there. What could this be? Maybe a piece of a painting.
And there's some kind of squiggle on it. The signature of the painter? Yeah, I can't make it out.
Achso, okay, das haben wir uns jetzt eingesteckt.
It's a piece of a painting. Judging by how well it was hidden, I'm sure this is what Natasha wanted to show us.
Okay. Dann würde ich einfach mal rausgehen. Und einfach hier mal gucken, was wir hier noch so Interessantes haben. Also, eben versucht jedes Mal das Thema zu wechseln, sobald wir auf Drohungen sprechen zu kommen. Er weiß eindeutig mehr, als er zugibt. Natascha hat Angst. Diese Angst, das ist tatsächlich echt. Aber trotzdem erzählt sie mir nicht alles. Und das gefällt mir nicht. Natascha bat mich, in ihrem Wochenendhaus zu besuchen, wo sie mir etwas zeigen möchte. Normalerweise würde mir so eine Einladung sehr gefallen, aber jetzt mache ich mir Sorgen. Das stimmt. Die Drohung oder Beleidigung in der Botschaft von Natascha ist immer dieselbe, klappt aber trotzdem vielsagend. Ich habe auf einer Liste von Filmar, die man zugesteckt hat, nur ein paar der Namen zuordnen können, aber diese stammen ausnahmslos aus den höheren Kreisen von Clawville. Es könnte eine Gästeliste für eine Hochzeit sein, aber das bezweifle ich. Auch Deborah ist tot, und auf ihren Rücken wurde ebenfalls das Wort geschrieben. Es gibt noch ein paar Codex-Dinger, beispielsweise von Clawville Chronicles und ja, Alvira und Person haben wir auch davon jetzt ein bisschen was. Wir fanden sie im Wochenendhaus, leider ein bisschen tot, aber naja, gut. Okay, kann passieren. Ziemlich auf Stock versetzt, er kann alles verstehen. Okay. Okay. Ich klick das mal jetzt hier ganz kurz einmal alles weg. Dann machen wir jetzt in wenigen Sekunden passend hier weiter. Und einen Codex haben wir noch. Nämlich hier Humans. Menschen. Okay. Okay, ich frage mich, können wir jetzt hier noch irgendwas sehen?
Anything interesting in there?
Yeah, I think there is.
So a piece of a painting? That's it? And what's that smear on it?
It's too illegible to be a signature. It could be anything.
Well, maybe Natasha can help us. After all, this is what she wanted to show us, isn't it?
Well, that's if we find her. She should be here by now.
True. Well, then what's next? How about we peck around town some more?
We could do that, but I think we should gather what we know and try to figure out where we can go from here. Bourbon in my office?
You know what? After all this, I could use a drink.
Right answer.
Also dieser Schnipsel war dieses hier.
SN. Could be the initials of a person, a place, a company, or a club. Too many possibilities. But we must find out where it's from.
Das denke ich auch. Entsprechend haben wir hier einen neuen Ort gefunden, nämlich Mullins Newsstand. Und entsprechend gehen wir jetzt ins Hotel Atlas.
We had no choice but to continue the investigation where it started. In that shady little apartment I called home. The only lead was the list Fillmore gave us, with all those imposing names on it. But what could it mean? And why did Natasha keep it secret from us? But most importantly, what did all this have to do with Deborah's death? The trail started to get cold, and so did the air outside. There was something unsettling in the black clouds, hiding all the stars. I prayed that they didn't bring an early snowfall. The night was already painful enough.
So, what are we doing here?
Trying to calm down. I'll have a shot.
Sure you will.
And we're trying to put the pieces together, of course. Figure out what's next.
And what is next, Boss Bird?
Let's take a look at what we've learned so far. So, how did this whole case start?
Also, wie fing eigentlich der ganze Fall eigentlich an? Also, Deborah kam zu uns, mit tatsächlich, Deborah ist entsprechend, Moment, nein, also, Deborah, ist dead. Fast, aber noch nicht ganz. Entsprechend gibt es seltsame Drohungen. Könnte wichtig sein, aber im Moment nicht. Kann man das nicht irgendwo... Ach so. Natascha und die Drohungen, aber wo ist der Zusammenhang? Die waren sicherlich vielleicht nicht für sie. Natürlich. Jetzt brauche ich mal einen Tipp. Ein Hinweis. Langsam und stetig kommst du an dein Ziel. Achte auf die Symbole. Hast du einen Hinweis verknüpft? Wenn du alles richtig machst, musst du 3 Fragen beantworten. Versuche dich in Sonny hineinzuversetzen. Meist... Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, the threats are meant for Natasha. No doubt about that.
Ohne Zweifel. Mhm. Entsprechend... Genau.
But there was something Natasha didn't speak about.
Sie hat es uns gezeigt. Sie hat diesbezüglich angefangen. Sie hat etwas verheimlicht.
Natasha is terrified, and she's in real danger. But she kept this list hidden from us. It seems too important to keep it a secret.
Genau. So, wir brauchen eine Person. Nee. Louis könnte richtig sein. Ist auch richtig.
But what can we do with this list?
Nein. Vielleicht weiß er etwas darüber? Nein. Auch nicht. Mist. Er hat auch nichts damit zu tun. Also, macht die Liste ihm verdächtig? Nein. Die Liste als Ablenkung benutzt? Nein. Er muss etwas damit zu tun haben? Nein. Vielleicht weiß er etwas darüber.
I know only one person who moves in circles high enough to know where it's from. Lewis. We must ask him if we want to get out of this dead end.
Fall abgeschlossen. Nice.
So, the card is, maybe a dead end. The piece of painting, too.
But the list Philmar gave us...
Exactly. Full of those imposing names. And I only know one person who moves in similar circles.
Lamar.
Yes, Marty. It's Lewis. Exactly.
Of course, it's Lewis. But where do we find the Bunny Man?
Well, since he owns this building, I'm hoping he's here. It's worth a call.
You know his number?
By heart. 555-932. I wrote it down in my notebook as well.
Oh, you are a professional, Boss Bird.
Ja, ne? Okay, telefonieren wir mal. 555-932.
Hey, Lewis, sorry to disturb you. Again. Could you come over to my place? I have a question for you. It's very important. It's about a case.
A real case? With the chicken police? Of course, Sonny. I'll be over in a few minutes.
Thanks, pal. I owe you one.
One? Just a second.
Thanks, Lewis. Again.
Oh, don't mention it. Besides, it was my big dream to help you with a serious case.
Well, let's hope you can help. What can you tell me about this list, old pal?
Well, these names. I know half of them personally. Maybe even more.
I knew it.
But I have no idea what kind of list this is.
Here we go.
But these are all members of the upper class. Politicians, business people. Oh my. Even the commander of the Royal Guard.
Damn.
But I really don't know what it means.
So, is it a dead end?
I'm afraid so.
Okay, eine Befragung. Na dann, upsie. Wollen wir doch mal ihn befragen. Deborah.
The girl who came to me tonight.
Yes. She's a very lovely young lady.
Where did you take her after you two left?
Where she asked me to Flowerville.
Flowerville? Rochester Street 37?
Yes, exactly. Why?
Luck.
Did something happen?
Nothing good, Lewis. Nothing good.
This?
This?
Oh, my goodness.
I think we have a bingo, gentlemen.
You see, I also have one of these.
A card? Like this?
Yes. It's a membership card to a very exclusive club.
How exclusive?
Very.
That's what I'm talking about.
What does SN mean, Lewis?
It's the sweltering Nile.
But that's a...
Well, yes, it's a brothel. But it's not like that. It's something completely different.
Calm down, Lewis. We're not going to tell anybody.
Thank you so much. It is rather embarrassing.
Listen, Lewis. How do we get in?
You want to get in? Well, if you show them this card, they'll surely let you in, but it will be obvious you're not regulars there.
We're used to that.
So, are we going to a luxury brothel?
Correct, Marty. Thanks for the help, Lewis. I owe you one. For the third time today, I think.
Okay, ich könnte ihn jetzt weiter befragen, macht aber, glaube ich, jetzt erstmal keinen Sinn. Deswegen würde ich jetzt einfach mal direkt in die Silvering Line, Silvering Nile gehen.
To Marty's delight, we were heading toward the most exclusive brothel in Clawville. The separatists and those opposing the monarchy hated the place, just like they hated everything that supported interracial relations and peaceful coexistence of all species. So the place wasn't just a brothel, it was a symbol. But just like a brothel is not a worthy symbol, Clawville failed to turn out the way it was intended.
Well, here we are. The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes. We've arrived.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood pressure.
Oh, hallo. Hallo. Ja, okay.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Would you be so kind as to help me?
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress. Would you kindly zip it back up?
Can I, Sonny?
What am I, your mother? Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Clucking lords.
you, honey.
Marty, ma'am. Marty McChicken.
Thank you, darling Marty. I'm much obliged.
Anytime, ma'am. Anytime. She's what I call an exotic beauty.
Well, that's one way to put it. Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know about you, but I go weak in the knees for stripes.
Please, Marty, I don't want to know. And I don't care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
Can't I even talk to you anymore?
You can. Ask about the weather, or how's my lower back. Those two are even connected if you want to know.
Yeah, old fart. I don't even know. Good gods!
Oh.
Hey, keep it down, Marty.
I see it now. Of all that's furry.
Yes, it's very furry. Or more like, shaggy.
Jetzt muss man langsam aufpassen. Thema Twitch Guidelines.
That woman, she's familiar.
Do you think it's her? The broad from the Bloody New Year's?
God damn it, Marty. Do you have to say it out loud? It gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps, more like.
Anyway, I don't know if it's really her. I always get confused by the exotic ones, but... yeah, maybe.
Honestly, it gives me the creeps.
Yeah, me too.
These broads are elegant, just like Laszlo said.
Lewis.
What do you think could be the old rabbit's type? Fluffy tails, furry ears, a raspy tongue?
Oh, for the love of all the gods, stop it.
But just think about it.
Please shut up, Marty. Holy fur. You swallowed so hard, the whole place shook.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen anything like this before. Is this...
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Vice?
You really must be joking. Vice in Clawville?
Okay, I was pulling your leg. But still, it's a little hot in here.
Well, cool down, Marty. Don't even look over there. Remember Laura, your wonderful girlfriend, whom you love more than anything.
You don't need to tell me. All I'm thinking about is her.
With a hatchet in her hand.
More like my nuggets.
That's...
Laura.
That's it, Marty. Just slowly turn away from the pictures.
Laura.
That's it, Marty.
Okay. Ja, das sind schon... Ja.
My name is Day-Night Diamond. Welcome to the sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Miss Diamond, I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
If I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptionally wonderful stripes.
Marty, not now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often. Me neither, to be honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen.
You're absolutely right.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Deborah? We don't have any employees by that name right now, but if you want, any of our girls would love to be Deborah for a night.
No. Excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
You hear that, Sonny? Any questions?
Shut up, Marty.
Okay, auf zur Befragung.
I wouldn't want to offend you, far from it, but it's evident you're from the police, even without this.
Is it that obvious?
No, it isn't. But, you know, here in the Nile, we have a keen eye for this kind of thing.
Right. I understand, ma'am. Do you know a gentleman named Louis C. Hayworth?
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular guest at our establishment.
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
I can't give you any information about that. House policy.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
If you have any questions of that nature, please come back with a warrant.
Touche.
Does this list mean anything to you?
This? I'm not sure. No, nothing.
Don't you see some familiar names on there?
I do, but everybody knows those animals. Personally, I have no contact with any of them.
I see. Oh, thank you. Have you been working here long, miss?
Almost 5 years, sir.
And do you like your job?
Very much so. I think it's only worth doing anything if you honestly enjoy it.
You hear that, Sonny? You should take that advice.
I'm on it, Marty. I'm trying to get myself fired, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, and me too.
Collateral damage. Look, she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will entertain you while you wait. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Much obliged.
Yee, that guy's stare gives me the creeps.
I can see why.
I've always told myself that birds are weird.
What did you just say?
Huh? What? Me? Nothing.
Beauty is...
Okay,
May I invite you gentlemen for a drink, perhaps?
No, thank you. We're in a hurry.
Oh.
I apologize for the wait. Please, come with me, gentlemen.
okay.
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zavas, would like to meet you.
You mean that, Madame Savas?
As far as I know, there's only one of her, so yes.
Please, miss, take us to her.
With pleasure.
Okay.
Madame Zavas was a legend in Clawville. Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12, spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother, or maybe my grandmother. First Ibn Wessler, now her. Honestly, tonight, it wouldn't surprise me if His Majesty Hector III didn't grace me with his presence.
Okay, lasst uns erstmal ganz kurz hier umgucken.
Interesting pieces.
Do you think so? It's the art of my people.
Crocodiles?
There are many kinds of crocodile in the wilderness, Mr. Featherland. This is the art of the Nilenites.
Ah, hence the name, the Sweltering Nile.
Ah, Entschuldigung, ich wusste, dass das Fenster jetzt gerade kommt. Ich wollte mich eigentlich gerade drücken und dann kam der Drück auf den falschen Knopf. Aber kein Problem, das haben wir jetzt in wenigen Sekunden gelegt und damit geht's weiter.
It's a river, Mr. Featherland. My ancestors lived by this river a long time ago.
Ah, interesting.
Thank you.
So.
What a painting. Congratulations, ma'am.
Marty.
Yes. It's beautiful indeed. It's more than 40 years old. You know, I was considered pretty then.
Oh, don't say that. You still look great, ma'am.
Thank you. It feels good, but no. There's no need for lies. Those days are long gone. Every age has its truth and its beauty. For me, beauty is not in the looks anymore.
I agree, ma'am.
Okay. Was haben wir noch? Bücher. Schlund und
There are
Süß.
books here on quite a variety of topics.
Was haben wir dann noch? 7 Splitter meiner Seele. Todespferd. 49
There are
Jahre
books
alt.
here on...
Reptilien. Mensch, was für Bücher das sind. Okay. Ja, dann quatschen wir mit ihr mal, ne?
Let me introduce myself properly, ma'am.
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And
Thank you. That's flattering.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly? Here on this night?
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
and the name.
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information. In my line of work, discretion is everything.
Well, you know, in our line of work, the law is above everything.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also above everything. But, as I said, discretion.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now it's murder.
That sounds serious.
It is serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not wading through muddy waters.
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
I swim well, too.
Okay, dann haben wir die Befragung gestartet und deswegen starten wir mit Lewis.
Lewis Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be shocked.
No doubt. Lewis, does he come here often?
Not so often.
Thank you for the vague answer, ma'am.
The mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
This place isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago. Unity, love, freedom.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
Tell me, have you ever seen this list?
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes. But I can't tell you more about it. No.
Discretion is key.
Absolutely. As I was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees, of course.
The employees, too. Good to know. Can you tell me if this card belonged to a guest or an employee?
No.
I thought so. Yes, thank you. Do you know Natasha Katsenko personally?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered, fear.
Thank you. Very useful.
Ja, dann wollen wir sie mal vernehmen, ne?
Deceit is everything to Zavas. She used to be a spy, so I'm gonna take her every word with a grain of salt.
Okay. Was steckt hinter der Legende Frau Zavas? Wer sind sie wirklich?
Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavas? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was what I had to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to fool.
Genau.
I'm trying to maintain appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
Okay, sagen Sie, waren Sie wirklich Spionin im Auftrag des Königs oder ist heutzutage nichts gefährlich, Royalistin zu sein?
Isn't it dangerous being a royalist nowadays?
You know, Mr. Featherland, those that are genuinely dedicated never care about danger. That's something you must know even better than I.
Do you think it's my loyalty that motivates me the most? If you do, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Maybe you're not loyal to the police, Mr. Featherland, but you are to your own principles and ideals. Am I right?
That's true, but you're avoiding the question. Why did you stay in the king's employment after the scandals that are making half the city riot? What makes you still believe so much in the institution of monarchy?
You know, I always adapt, but only to a degree where I still don't have to give up myself and my ideals for the sake of survival.
You'd rather die then?
Maybe it would seem too dramatic or even romantic to you, but yes, exactly.
I'm sorry to doubt you, but I've always thought your kind was rather compromised.
Do you mean spies or crocodiles?
Spies, of course.
I must disappoint you, but there aren't many groups as loyal and unwavering as the spies, Mr. Featherland.
If you're telling me, ma'am, I believe you.
Ah, das waren Negativpunkte. Okay, sie ist tückerisch und Überlebenskünstlerin. Ist das wirklich nur ein Luxusmodell? Weshalb erschien sie sich, solch ein Modell zu öffnen?
Why did you decide to open a brothel?
You know, this place used to be an orphanage. Then after the Great Avian Plague, a hatchery. Then young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Young mothers and prostitutes. That feels like a sharp turn.
No, it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I wanted to help girls who had nothing and no one. To help them.
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
You see things very superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst of times, took care of each other, and what's most important, survived. Yes, survive, no matter the cost.
And it's the cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the rich and famous.
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be used as weapons. Or the opposite. That could avert a war.
Wenn ich erraten könnte, wem die Karte gehört, würden Sie es mir bestätigen?
If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then, I will tell you you were right.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question. Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right. What gave it away?
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant. So she was either trying to hide it or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth. Am I right so far?
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest is history.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
I am working for the government. I'm a cop.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also lived here. She was part of our family, and we still love her very much.
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Savas is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
Sie wollten sie beschützen. Wovor? Sie werde in der ganzen Stadt als gefährlich angesehen. Warum ist das so? Wieso nahm sie auf? Erkannte sie sich vielleicht selbst in Natascha? Wovor?
You tried to protect her. From what?
Natasha came to me penniless, cold to the bone, and wounded. She was only 17 years old. Even if she were my enemy, I would have taken her in until she recovered. Yes, I'm like that.
Haven't you seen any opportunities for profit? Or were you guided by pure animal goodness?
Is that so hard for you to believe?
I think that worldly women like you try to turn every position to their advantage. I hope I don't offend you.
On the contrary. But no. I didn't see any opportunities in a girl who could barely speak our language, who was starving and wounded and obviously running from something. In fact, I was taking unnecessary risks because of her.
Sie wusste, dass es riskant war, aber trotzdem nahm sie auf. Warum? Sie ist zu allem in der Lage, wenn es um ihre Wahrung ihres Geheimnisses geht. Habe ich recht?
You knew you were taking a risk, yet you still took her in. Why?
I don't know, Mr. Featherland. These things can't always be rationally explained. Not even when I've lived my whole life based on reason, on logic, almost every step calculated.
So Natasha came and turned your whole life upside down. She's like that, isn't she?
It's in her nature, yes. Poor thing can't help it. She's like a tornado. She usually takes everything with her.
That's quite an apt metaphor. But I have to agree.
Did she sweep you away, too?
I don't know yet, madam. I'm clinging firmly to the ground. Do you know where Natasha came from? Before Clawville?
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Stovos, and she belonged to the upper class, of Stavonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything. Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stavonian border. What happened?
It's rather curious, don't you think?
It is, Mr. Featherland. Yes, curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Did it touch you deeply when she left you?
Indeed, it did.
Zavas is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that, maybe she'll open up to me.
Okay, kam Ihnen nie der Gedanke, die Beziehung zwischen Natascha und Eben auszunutzen? Haben Sie noch Kontakt zu ihr? Kontakt.
Have you kept in touch?
Only occasionally, Mr. Featherland. She writes to me every few weeks, and very rarely we talk on the phone. But I haven't heard from her in weeks. The truth is, I've started to worry about her.
Did she give no sign of being in trouble?
Never. No. Natasha's not the kind to talk about her feelings.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself.
Wann haben Sie das zuletzt mal gesehen? Waren Sie wütend, als sie verließ? Befürchten Sie, dass Nataschas Geheimnisse verraten könnte?
When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavas?
Maybe around 2 months ago. There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Was she herself? Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary, she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yes, in her own unique way.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of the Stavonian origins. Perhaps it's something else.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground, who previously used to stand on it with 2 feet.
I see. Thank you, madam. How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do. Because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
Yes, you're right. Well, thank you for your time, madam.
Anytime, Detective. Yes, anytime.
Okay. Entsprechend echter Ermittler. Wow.
Please, gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show you something that could help you.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Do you trust her?
Not in the slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other animals' secrets until she became one too.
That's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, now that we're here, we can take a better look around.
Just what I was thinking.
Okay. allerlei Bücherei.
These books are here.
Okay, können wir uns nicht weiter angucken. Okay. Haben wir uns angeguckt? Haben wir uns angeguckt, die kaputte Uhr. Das hat damit irgendwas zu tun. Ah, no. Mal eine Uhrzeit, ne? Gehen wir mal kurz den Hinweisen durch. Die Karte, die wir gefunden haben, ist eine Mitgliedskarte für das Luxusmodell. Ja, mein Name ist Servers. Wir gerne Spione, betreibt das Modell. Wir sollten definitiv vorsichtig vorgehen um die Wildnis. Jo, okay. Wenn Natascha noch. Okay. Marty ist mit Laura ein wunderschön warmherziges Raubtier. Okay. Okay. Upsa. Nö. Auch nichts. Hier haben wir was. Aha. Sie war Spezionen und so weiter und so fort. Standen früher sogar sehr nahe. Auf einer Lage des Gedanken vollständig zu erhellen und so weiter. Die Tochter, die ihn immer verließ. Okay. Hübsche Person am Empfang. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir hier jetzt irgendwie was finden können, aber nein. Wie sind wir denn so hier? Wir sind Anwärter. Okay.
We stepped into it, didn't we? Molly, my ex-wife. It's a piece of a paint.
Wir hier irgendwas stehen haben, aber nein. Ach so, warte mal.
These books are here.
Das hat bestimmt irgendwas mit den Büchern hier zu tun.
These books are here for a reason.
Aber das ist nur eine Vermutung. Da war aber nichts zu sehen.
Beautiful pieces.
Das ist hier wirklich nichts, ne? Was ist mit dieser Uhr? Das ist eine gute Frage, ne? Was wir mit dieser Uhr machen können. Wir können bestimmt irgendwas mit dieser Uhr machen, ne? Also, Oh. Oh. Passiert was. Irgendwas passiert hier. Moment. Oh. Hier passiert was.
These books are here for...
Hier nichts, was wir noch untersuchen können. Okay.
A hidden door.
What?
Who'd have thought?
She is a legendary ex-spy.
Well, this is something I've never understood. Why isn't a key good enough? I mean, you can take that with you, but...
I don't think many animals get to be in this room, Marty. And the other thing is...
maybe she wanted us to find it.
Exactly what I'm thinking. Who knows? Anyway, we're going in.
This room is not like her at all.
The other must have been for show. Marty, this is the reality. We're talking about a professional spy.
A former spy.
Still, if anyone knows how to mask her real face...
But you think this is who she really is? Cold, dark, and tiny.
And full of secrets.
Okay, und wir sind jetzt an einem Punkt angekommen, indem ich hier drauf drücke und gerne beim nächsten Mal weitermachen würde. Chicken Police, Point It Red, das ist das ganze Spiel. Wir werden uns das in 2 Wochen, glaube ich, ist das schon, weiterhin anschauen. Es macht mir richtig Spaß. So ein bisschen schwarz-weiß, aber dann doch so ein bisschen, ja, Polizeigeschichte. Ne? Ist irgendwie was Interessantes und Schönes. In dem Sinne wünsche ich euch einen schönen Abend. Wir sehen uns nächste Woche wieder zu vielen tollen weiteren Games. In dem Sinne euch einen schönen Abend. Kommt gut durch die nächste Woche. Und dann sehen wir uns nächste Woche hier zu Live weiter. Wieder. In dem Sinne, ciao.